Did you guys hear who's playing? Oh, sorry. Okay, there are some clickers right around the corner, but I'm very excited because a very well-known actor is playing a pivotal character in The Last of Us TV show. Let's talk about it. What's going on, you guys? James here with some real news, and yes, I'm so excited to finally talk about a report from Deadline that confirms a well-known actor playing a character that I do really enjoy in the Last of Us series, and I can't wait for this freaking show. It's going to be so good. But before we dive into that report, if it is your first time here at the channel, welcome to Real James, where I love talking about movies, TV, and all the news in between. So if you do too, go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, tap on that bell, and hit the thumbs up button if you are a big fan of The Last of Us Parts 1 and 2. Guys, this news is pretty big. Now, this was a reported, well, it was rumored actually earlier in the week, and now it's finally confirmed by Deadline that Storm Reid is going to play in The Last of Us series as Riley Abel. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is confirmed. She is playing the character that is pretty, I would say, a pretty important piece to the story, especially in The Last of Us Left Behind DLC. I really enjoyed everything about Riley, and I'm very curious to see how it translates. But with Storm Reid playing this titular character, I'm actually very excited because I think that she's going to do a great job alongside Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal. But now I'm kind of wondering where everything kind of fits in and when these characters link up. But of course, time will only tell. I'm just so glad that we finally got a confirmation from Deadline. So let's dive into the article a little bit. The report comes from Deadline's Alexandra Del Rosario, and I quote, "Euphoria and A Wrinkle in Time actress Storm Reid will join HBO's The Last of Us series adaptation starring Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. The series, based on the widely popular 2014 PlayStation game of the same name, hails from Chernobyl's Craig Mazin and The Last of Us creator Neil Druckmann." Now, I know they just mentioned Euphoria and A Wrinkle in Time, but I believe she was also in When They See Us, if I'm not mistaken. And my gosh, Storm Reid, just with everything that she is involved in, she always really does command my attention. She's a rising star in Hollywood, and I'm just so glad she's going to be involved in a project that's going to have a lot of eyes on it, because she deserves a lot of attention for the great performances that she always brings. And the article goes on to say that Storm Reid is going to, of course, guest star as Riley Abel, an orphan girl growing up in post-apocalyptic Boston. And just like we mentioned earlier, this is a character that you'll basically learn a lot about in The Last of Us Left Behind, a DLC that essentially gets her and Ellie together before they meet Joel. So this is going to be interesting. If anything, I think the way they structure the actual story now is maybe they have an episode, let's say, that is a flashback episode and shows Ellie's life before she met Joel and gives more context. So right off the gate, I guess they go kind of scene by scene in the video game in the opening cutscene that we're so familiar with. And if you're not, you should definitely play that game. But I think that later on down the road, my guess is that, and maybe in the middle of the season, we see Storm Reid as Riley and Ellie kind of just link up, and it's a flashback episode, a very clear flashback episode, and I can see that fitting in very nicely because there's a lot of emotion to be had with that DLC. And just in case you're unfamiliar with the other confirmed castings, Deadline also includes that this cast features Anna Torv, The Last of Us voice actress Merle Dandridge, Nick Offerman, Nico Parker, Gabriel Luna, Jeffrey Pierce, and Murray Bartlett. And what makes me really confident in this series too is that Neil Druckmann is writing and executive producing this series, and I think that is a good vote of confidence. I want to say that him actually taking on more of a role outside of just being an EP and actually penning the script makes me very excited. I mean, Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey are just a knockout duo already on paper, but then you add in Storm Reid. These are some powerhouse names. And this series, which again is expected to be released this year, if I had to guess, probably Q4, towards the end of the year, but this series is going to blow up on HBO Max. I think it's going to be really good. We did get like a little, I think, image or something. It was like from the back of Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, but this seems to be something they're going to strip directly from the video game, and I think that the video game does lend itself very well to a live action adaptation if done right. But then you look at the cast, you look at who's writing the script and executive producing, I mean, this is all a recipe for success. So I'm excited for The Last of Us series even more so now with Storm Reid coming in and playing this character who I think is going to make me cry. yeah, I think I'm gonna cry. But guys, there you have it. That's the real news of the day. Storm Reid confirmed to play Riley in the Last of Us series. Now let me know down below in the comments what you think of this headline. Are you excited to see Storm Reid on the big screen? Oh, big screen, I'm just saying, you know, it's gonna be bigger than my iPad. And hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the big red button below, subscribe to the channel, tap on that bell, and hit the thumbs up button again if you are a big fan of The Last of Us and if you're excited for the series. Alrighty, y'all, again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you at the next screening. And I'm gonna try to keep my voice down. The clickers, I think they're still there.